Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we are in a very difficult event, as you can see. Once again, the legendary Vegeta event. How long has it been since I've done a video on this event? I don't even know. So we are going to take a look today at this STR Goku from the Dragon Ball Saga banner. So I would imagine there's probably some people out there who don't actually have this card at all, even if you have used those tickets on the Dragon Ball Saga banner, because the SSR rate is not particularly good. I myself literally only have them at 55%, and I put up a video, it was either yesterday or the day before, where I did some ticket summons, and I actually did get a couple of SSRs off the Dragon Ball Saga banner, but no extra copies of this guy. So I thought we'd take a look at him because he just got his awakening, and he's kind of going to be a little bit of a preview of what we can expect from a Goku if we are indeed getting Goku versus Piccolo Jr. for Golden Week. I know that's like all but confirmed. The community is basically acting as if that is exactly what it's going to be. I think it's very, very likely, but remember that it's not 100% confirmed yet. We've been waiting for some, more details, another teaser, something like that. We were hoping to get that today, but that did not happen. So I imagine that's going to be tomorrow morning or late tonight, depending on where you are in the world, of course. So I thought we'd take a look at this guy. Now, obviously, his kit is going to be dramatically different, but something that is going to remain very similar is his link set, because characters from the same period, the same versions of the character, usually have the same links. The only difference, of course, is the Dokkan Fest version will have Fierce Battle instead of Shattering the Limit. But he has All in the Family, which is a very good defensive link. He's got Turtle School, Infighter, Shocking Speed, Saiyan Lineage, and then unfortunately he does have the Incredible Adventure, which is one of those typical Dragon Ball Saga links. It is only a key link as well at level 1. I think it gives extra key and maybe, let me just double check. It either gives extra key or some stats at level 10. Let me just bring that up here. But that's a link that's going to be... This new Goku, it's going to depend a lot on what the side banner units are, whether there's like a free-to-play farmable unit. Like some of the categories that he's on and stuff really need some significant buffs in order for you to actually get these links active with decent units. So, Incredible Adventure, yeah, level 10 is 3 key and attack and defense 7%. So, not a huge increase, but a little bit of extra stats. And then in terms of categories, very typical for a Goku. Obviously, he is on World Tournament as well. Now, this guy could have some potential. He's got attack and defense 159%. Launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance to become a super. He gets an additional 7% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 70, so we need to attack 10 times in total. But he will always attack 3 times minimum. If you have dupes or skill orbs, obviously for some additional, you can get a 4th attack as well. He also has a medium chance to crit built in, so 30%. So if you do get dupes, you want to go additionals with him, get that build up quicker, and then obviously he has the built-in crit. And then the big thing here is he gets an additional attack and defense 159% and 20% extra crit chance when there is another World Tournament ally attacking in the same turn. Now the one downside is he has no really good super attack effect. Supreme damage, lowers attack, medium chance to stun. Now, saying that, in Super Battle Road, that could be really good, right? If you get the triple super turn from his passive, you're lowering attack with each super and having a chance to stun. But, like, if he had raised defense for 1 turn, I feel like he could actually start to put out some pretty serious numbers. But, as you can see, we're at 157k defense on turn 1. That is with a World Tournament ally, because this Gohan is a World Tournament unit. And he's also providing 30% extra attack and defense, which means this number is pretty low. Now, obviously, we haven't attacked at all yet. So, I'm going to go ahead and... Let's keep you on the rotation, actually, because we get Saiyan Lineage, Shattering the Limit, and Shocking Speed. We do lose a bit of defense, actually, though. So, what were you... Is it Turtle School? Let me double check. What does Turtle School give? Because even at level 1, like, that's a pretty distinct difference in defense. Attack and defense 10%. Yeah, that is pretty good. I want to keep this Gohan around, though, right? So we can get the extra defense from the passive. Now, this is the first phase, so I'm hoping that we don't take too much damage. Watch me get supered in the first slot. Okay, cool. So, fortunately, double digits. 1.4. I mean, for 55% level 1 links, he is technically a free-to-play unit as well, even though he is quite difficult to get. So we lower attack, and we don't get an additional super. We do get the crit, so obviously the built-in crit chance. Plus he is an STR unit, so he has a free level 5 crit anyway. So I think you do not want to give him any crit in the hidden potential if you do get dupes for him. The only problem is, like, I haven't put any skill orbs in him. I haven't obviously started link leveling him because he's only just awakened. But I feel like he's not a unit that I would use enough to warrant putting, like, skill orbs. Because I thought about it, like, I could have given him some additional skill orbs for the showcase. I suppose thinking about it with some of these free-to-play units or units that I'm not going to use as much, I could put on, like, the EX skill orbs, right? Because then I can always just reuse them. Although I believe you actually have to replace them with something. So I'd have to put, like, a crappy one in so that they come off so I can use them for somebody else. But okay, so I'm going to float off Gohan. Gohan is actually a pretty good link partner for this Goku, so we'll get him floated off here. If he even gets a chance to attack, we got the full 24 key, so he's going to do pretty well here. I just brought Nappa along since he's a Saiyan Saga support. I'm just going to run this other rotation as Nappa and Yamcha, and we'll see how this Goku can get on. So obviously we got our 3 attacks in turn 1, which means we got, what, 21% extra attack and defense from the build-up from the passive. I kept the Great Saiyan Man, well, Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyan Man around. So we not only have the support, but we have the extra 159%. Like, that's going to make a pretty significant difference. Like, him only starting off at around the 150k, depending on what links were active defense, when he had a World Tournament ally on rotation, is definitely not ideal. Now, units that have big percentage numbers in their passive, they do get great increases from having dupes, right? Because the higher their stats are, the more the percentage is, right? And having like 259% buffs in your passive is quite a lot when you have much higher stats, right? So we have the support active, we have the same links as before, and we're 185k. So this is why, going back to what I was saying earlier on, right? If he had raised defense for 1 turn as his super attack effect, I could actually see him being somewhat useful. Because, yeah, if you're getting those multiple supers, and of course we're still building up from our passive, so 1.7, this is attack number 4. We get the crit as well, very good. Additional normal. Come on, give me at least 1 additional super. There we go. 1.88. So that would have been 2 defense raises. And the thing is, it's not like he would be a super broken TUR if he had that effect, right? That's the thing, the World Tournament Dragon Ball Saga banner cards are so difficult to get that it's very disappointing when they're not very good, right? And not to say that he's like really bad or anything, but he's definitely not like, you know, a top tier. When you think about the fact that he's a base form Goku, and I've mentioned this in previous videos before, for some reason they just call this Goku Goku, even though really he should be Teen Goku by Dokkan's naming standards, because I keep saying this, I've said this in pretty much every video talking about him so far, but if Gohan from Dragon Ball Super, from Superhero specifically, is still going to be called Teen Gohan in Dokkan, then this Goku should be Teen Goku. Like, but because he's not, that means he shares the same name with every other base form Goku, which is kind of unfortunate for him, right? Because he has some very serious competition. Now, we're way past the days of, you know, not being able to bring units with the same name. Let me know down below in the comment section if you actually never played the game when that was a thing. But we used to not be able to even bring units with the same name on the team. But it does mean that they can't link. So he is going to have some serious competition, especially with A, the new Goku that's going to come out for Golden Week, and then B, obviously the Carnival LR from the part 2 of the anniversary is a base form Goku who is very, very good. So we get 5 links active if you're in the middle, but so we're at 234k. See, this is where we start to look pretty good. However, I do want to see the difference, so I don't want to get too much key with Gohan because otherwise he will just go ham on Vegeta here. So although our passive has run out as well. He is just going to kill him, isn't he? If I grab all of this, because he's effective against all types and he's going to get the additional. So yeah, let's just do this. And then grab this. And grab... I saved all those physical orbs on purpose and then realised probably not the best idea. Although Gohan hasn't gotten to attack very much, I suppose, so he's not really super built up. He probably would have been fine. Especially now we're getting the additional super from the hidden potential anyway. And yeah, without critting, we're not exactly... The problem is, if we got the 24 key, we would have been effective against all types. But so Goku's up to 2.17 now. Again, like, not terrible when you consider 55% level 1 links, but this is him on his 3rd appearance, and these are the numbers that he's putting out, right? With support, with his full passive active. Like, if he was doing this on turn 1, like triple 2.5 million supers, that would be a little bit better. We are still taking double digits from the normal attacks, which is fine, but of course, you know, we're in the Legendary Vegeta event. I actually did want to do the Dragon Ball Saga, well, not Dragon Ball Saga, but the Red Ribbon Army stage of the Red Ribbon Red Zone. But I managed to make some terrible mistakes in terms of misclicking, bringing the wrong teams, not bringing the support units, him being in slot 7, all the great stuff about, you know, the events with limited tries per day getting in the way of doing showcases, right? Because with some of the units on the team being as powerful as they are, I don't like going into showcase stages and then having the main unit on slot 7, because then our first appearance for them is turn 3. We're probably past the first phase by then. So I figured, you know, we'd jump in, especially because on the very first turn against the tech enemy, I can't remember what his name is, this Goku was taking like 75k after doing 3 attacks, which obviously is quite bad. So how do I make sure? I need to make sure we can get enough key to super. There are some rainbow orbs though, so we should be fine. So if you do this, cool. So we'll do that. Okay, so what are we up to now? So this is his, what, 4th appearance. So we're all but 1 attack built up from our passive. But we have no World Tournament ally on rotation anymore. So we're not getting the extra 159% defense. And his defense is 168k. Oof. So yeah, he really does rely on that World Tournament ally in order for him to get what would even be close to like a reasonable level of stats. Now, after this turn, he's going to be fully built up. So I think on the next rotation, we're going to have STR Piccolo. So we're not going to have, obviously, the World Tournament ally again, but we are going to have support from a support unit. And his passive is going to be fully built up. And then the rotation after that, we will have Great Saiyaman 2 back again. So be interesting to see what he's up to now. Obviously, not only is the defense not as high, but yeah, see, the attack stat 1.5. This is why him having an actual super attack effect, like if he had raised attack and defense for 1 turn, I'll say it again, like he could actually be pretty decent even on these turns with no World Tournament ally, because here we are getting a double super, so that would be a double defense raise. The attack numbers would be a bit higher because of the raising attack as well. Yeah, see, he's only just on the verge of taking double-digit damage as well, because you see, he took double-digit damage from one of the attacks, but then he took like 4 digits from the others. So even at this point in an event that is this easy, without that World Tournament ally, he can actually take damage from normal attacks, which means if he was to eat a super from this Int Vegeta, he would actually take quite a bit of damage. So, but we'll go ahead and float you off here. We'll take care of the Int phase here. Hopefully we get a dodge in slot 1 with Yamcha. Okay, there you go. Good old Yamcha. One of the runs I tried on the Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone to showcase this guy. I keep saying Dragon Ball Saga, the Red Ribbon Army one. Yamcha didn't dodge a super in slot 1 and took like 500k, because mine is 55%. I mentioned it back after he'd come out, but the more I use Yamcha, the more of a fraud he makes himself out to be to me. But 180k, so 180k defense is him with his full passive without the World Tournament ally, and then 30% support from Piccolo. So yeah, that is quite low considering it's you know, no super attack effect means no extra defense. That's it. He just has 180k defense for the entirety of the turn. Now, fortunately, in this phase, we do have a physical enemy. We won't one-shot with the Dokkan attack here, will we? I don't think so. That's the thing, even though he doesn't hit as hard as the other events that we could be doing, he does still have a pretty decent amount of HP. Although Gohan's up to 8.6, effective against all types. He obviously only has 3 links active as well, so it's not like the craziest turn for him. So even if he gets an additional here, I think we should be okay for Goku to still be able to attack. Okay, well, never mind. I did way more damage, I guess because of the massive buff from the Dokkan attack. Of course he did. I was going to say, at least he didn't kill him, but now Gohan actually shows out in the turns where we don't want him to. Alright, well, I guess I want to see Goku with the extra 159% more than I want to see him without it, but big yikes. Also, of course, I just thought this is a turn where we now can't dodge, so let's do this, do this. I feel like if any of the units on this turn eat the super, we die. So I'm going to use the Whis just so we survive the turn. All I really want to see is on the next turn what Goku's stats are. Because on this next turn, he's going to be fully built up with a World Tournament ally. And then we'll actually get to see what his defense is. So if he breaks like 300k, I could almost say that that would be alright, right? Because again, 55% level 1 links. But it took us until turn 11 to get him there, essentially. So now, obviously, if we brought more World Tournament allies, we'd have a World Tournament ally on rotation with him more often. And we're actually just going to die anyway. Because he got his defense lowered by the final flash. He's taking way more damage than I expected. The other 2 should take double digits now, though, right? With the Whis active, even Nappa. Because at the start of the turn, we had a lot of HP. Yeah, so his defense was good. And then, now my Yamcha's only 55%, so I'm a little bit scared how much damage he's going to take. I think the Rainbow one, like I say, only took so much damage because his defense was lowered, but yeah, okay, good. Whew. That was a spicy turn. Alright, so let's heal up, and then let's see. What is Goku's defense? 280k. Man, so we didn't even get to 300k. Now, I wonder, Rainbow level 10 links, what kind of difference that's going to make. Because obviously, All in the Family is a link that gives defense. And I believe at level 10, isn't it 20? Let's have a look. Yeah, 20%. Whereas obviously, for Goku, having his links at level 1, it's only 15%. So, yeah, that is quite low, though. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Obviously, if he gets final flashed, he's just going to get instantly killed. I think even with the Whis, that is what's going to happen. But, yeah, let's see what happens here. So, good turn for Gohan, though, considering, again, only 3 links active here. Getting the 11 million attack stat. But, let's see what Goku is able to do. Bearing in mind, he is fully built up. He's getting that 159% extra because of the World Tournament ally. The World Tournament ally is also a support unit, so this is as built up as we can get him to be at 55% level 1. 2.6. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, there you go. So that is the STR Dragon Ball Saga, like 23rd World Tournament Goku. Man, if only they'd given him a super attack effect. Because obviously they've started to easy A these units now, but he's one of the newer ones, so it's going to be a long time before he gets an easy A. And until he does, like, he's borderline not usable. Now, he's taking double digits with the Whis active, but without it, I don't think we would be. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you actually have this Goku? Have you tried him out? I might link level him, but until I get dupes, I probably won't be using him in any other videos or anything. But let me know your thoughts on him down below in the section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.